How do you plan for your day tomorrow? Jot down a few points on a to-do list? How's that working out for you? Do you forget things or get surprised by things that you really could have anticipated? So what if I were to share with you a really simple approach for preparing tomorrow that helps you navigate the day in a way that's not energy sapping but energizing and takes less than 10 minutes tops? First, I trawled through the scientific literature on how we engage with the future for ideas and tools that can help us. Then I developed a simple method that you and I can use to plan and prepare for our day, week, or month ahead. This video shows you what happened when I tried it out. Step 1, imagine your future tomorrow. So I started off by taking a seat and getting comfy in a part of the house where much of the action happens. And for me, well, this is my living room. The first thing you're going to do is imagine your tomorrow. So the point of this first step in the exercise is to fire up your imagination and get you anticipating and picturing what you're going to be doing, where you'll be going, and who you'll be meeting with. So in 60 seconds, the idea is to think at a high level what you anticipate your main actions and engagements will be tomorrow. For example, I wake up, I take a shower, I make myself breakfast, I ready myself for work or study. A quick glance at your calendar might tell you that you've got a team meeting at 10 a.m. and so on. Of course, you don't know everything, so the idea is to think in broad brush terms. So I sat and walked through my day in my mind, picturing what I anticipated I'd be doing, where I'd be, and with whom. And now I have the rough contours of the day in my mind, but the next step was where it got a little more interesting. Step 2 was to really picture myself, my future self, physically making their way through their day tomorrow. Now this might feel a little unfamiliar to begin with, and that's perfectly natural. Yeah, a little. So why do this? One study showed that participants who felt more connected to their future selves were more patient in waiting to receive rewards and not put off by uncertainty or other factors that can influence and distort our willingness to delay gratification. So if you have a close connection with your future self, you might be able to dial down the effects of turbulence and uncertainty in the world around you. That could be quite a helpful skill to have. So what did this mean in practice in the exercise? Now I want you to take a moment to think about yourself tomorrow, your future self. I want you to picture how your future self is going to experience a specific moment of your day tomorrow. The point to this step is to build a really vivid picture in your mind of yourself in the future. Why is this important? Events that are recalled more vividly in the past are considered to have taken place closer in time to the present and are considered more important, requiring more of your attention and energy. So the idea is, if we can imagine the future more vividly, it will have the same effect, drawing the future closer and making it feel intuitively more pressing, more urgent, and more important. So how can we bring up the level of vividness in our images of the future? And one way is to make your image of the future relevant to you by, well, making it about you. And studies back this up. The more relevant a future scenario is to you, the more moved you are to take action in service of your future self in that imagined scenario. Another strand to your connectedness is to imagine what your future self is feeling about the scenario you're picturing them in. And this is something that we're not always that great at. What are they feeling? Tired and irritable, or energized and joyful? As I assembled my picture of tomorrow and how I felt about it, I was invited to think about what my future self will need in order for my day tomorrow to run a little more smoothly. And then we moved to the final part of the exercise, and this is the fun bit. I'd like you to look around your immediate surroundings. Given what you've just pictured about your day tomorrow, how do you want to help your future self in their day tomorrow? What small acts of kindness towards them will help their day tomorrow run just a little bit more smoothly? See how many acts of micro-gifting you can perform. So off we go. Keep it up, you're doing great. You've just done your very first minute of future gifting. Well done, keep it up. How's it going? Remember to picture yourself, your future self, walking through these rooms. Okay, so we're coming up to the halfway mark. If you've got micro gifts to be done elsewhere in your home, you've got time to go there now. 1 minute left, you're doing really well. 30 seconds, you're doing brilliantly. 10 seconds. Okay, and you're done. Congratulations on completing your first burst of microgifting. Take a well-deserved seat and catch your breath. So how was that? I feel actually quite energized and prepared, but also a sense of calm. One important point is that if you're anything like me, you can always think of something else you think you need to do. But the purpose of this exercise isn't to create endless lists of actions that you know you probably aren't going to get round to doing. The purpose of microgifting is to take a few focused minutes to contemplate your near-term future and take a few actions in the present to help your future self. And when you've finished each exercise, that's it. You stop and sit back and just enjoy that feeling that you've helped yourself out in the future. If you'd like to try the full microgifting exercise for yourself, I've recorded the full exercise and you can watch it right here. Thanks for watching.